Hi everyone and Happy New Year. This isn't anything to do with crime. Hi, welcome in, Happy New Year everybody. It's just a quick live to say hi, sort of introduce myself a little bit, wish you all amazing and very much a prosperous new year. I hope you're all well. I hope you all have been enjoying your Hogmanay or New Year's Eve. I know that not everybody's in Scotland, so I need to stop obviously saying thingy, but welcome in. Hi. How yous all doing? Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. It's been a while since I went live, just as a normal chit chat. If those that don't know me, I unfortunately had a different account that did get sadly removed. I lost my account, my bigger account, so I had to start again, which was quite daunting to say the least. Hi Adele, thank you for popping in. Oh, thank you for the heart me. You're very kind. But I had the opportunity. I was going to do a little video just to wish you all happy new year, but then I had the opportunity to go live, so I thought, you know what, I'll go live for a quick wee half hour or so. Get the times in for me obviously being here, and because obviously I've met so many people on lives as well. If you do see people popping in and they are saying a wee hiya, be like, give them a wee follow, because I got a lot of followings thanks to that as well, which I was so very appreciative of, like massively. I swear it's coffee, honest. But according to what I'd seen earlier, that said that I couldn't go live tonight, and then it changed that. So I can't remember how to put these stickers on. Hi Macy, Happy New Year. Just popping in for a wee chat, nothing serious, nothing true crime talky. Just a little bit of a Happy New Year to you too. Does anybody else think that this year has just gone super fast? Like incredibly fast, stupidly fast actually. I was saying to my partner Chris, who's tagged in my bio, that I couldn't believe that it was like 2026 already, because we had always had a wee video chat when the bit were for the bells coming in. And it's the shock is the fact that, like, it was like when the 1st of December came, it's like, no, it's not 1st of December already. Thank you. It's not the 1st of December already. It can't be the 1st of December already. That's just insane. Hi everybody for coming. That's coming in. A Happy New Year to you all. And yeah, Happy New Year, Heather. And then I thought I was just going to do a nice wee message to say Happy New Year, everybody. I said I could go live, and Chris said, don't go live then. So, thank you all for obviously the support and following on the new account after what happened to the last one. Looks like, according to what I'm seeing, because I sent a message from my craft account to my lost account, shall we say, it said that it had multiple violations. So whoever it was that did it, they ultimately had decided that they didn't like me, maybe, or something, so they decided to mash board. But it is totally one of those things. But you know what? It's like I always say, it's one of those things. And as Adele, as you were saying as well, you know, it takes a lot more than somebody doing that to keep us down. And to be fair, for my craft business. What do you mean AI summaries? Oh, that's that new thing that keeps coming up, eh? Happy New Year for anybody that's joining and popping in. So okay, what's your New Year's resolution? And do you think you'll be able to keep it? It's always a curiosity for me. How do I put the wee things on again? Wee stickers. Welcome in, for those that are coming in, and Happy New Year. Right, let's see. No, that's not what I meant to have on. Where's the editable ones? I swear I'm like, maybe it doesn't give you it when you're first going live. You should be able to put little things on. What's the music thing? Oh, what's this? Okay, well, let's stop there. I'm messing around, obviously. Happy New Year for those that are coming in, and thank you for joining. So anyway, as I was asking, those that are in here watching, what are your New Year's resolutions? Because I've got one, which I'm determined to keep this year because I felt like the worst friend in the absolute world. So I've got a friend of, well, it's got to be 30 years that we've been friends for. And I've not felt like the best friends. I've been struggling with my mental health, and I've not been the best friend in the world, shall we say, but she has been the most supportive person in the whole world, and I can't thank her enough for not turning her back on me and ignoring me and ditching me. So my New Year's resolution, which I am not breaking, is that I'm going to spend a little bit more time with her, because we may not be sisters by blood, but we're sisters by choice. So I'm going to definitely be spending a little bit more time with her this year as well. And also, for Christmas, like, it was pretty obvious. It was pretty good gifts that I'd actually got, to be fair. I bought a couple. I managed to get one on it's in my room, but I managed to get one on a Black Friday deal. So one of the cold cases for the New Year's deal. So I got a couple for my Christmas. So this one is about oh, I can't remember. I'm really terrible with this one. Has been there's been a fire. So it's these. So you get, it's cold cases that you're given, right? And because the other one I bought, so I didn't want to show the one that I'd obviously bought. So I'm actually going to play around with these a little bit this year. So this one there's been a fire, and there's obviously been a body found. And this one comes with, like, it's got a whole family tree. This one, if I remember, is, because I've obviously skimmed through as to what it is, but this one's kind of cool, because there's like enlistment notices, and there's old like pictures, so it's like a Happy New Year to you too. So it's like this wee booky thing that's got all this stuff in it, and there's all these letters. A person, I think one of them is so this is so this one is, this case is trial by fire, and the yeah, it totally is. Like, I saw After Dark with promoting the unsolved crimes, and I'd always go, oh, they're a bit pricey. Thank you for popping in, for if you're here, and for everybody that's joining, Happy New Year. But this one is trial by fire, and basically you're the chief inspector. You get your little bit, and it comes in a cool wee manila envelope, which is absolutely quite Happy New Year, Karen. And in this, there's like all sorts of things. There's witness statements, there's court material. It'd actually be quite fun to do this actually on a live as well, to see, and maybe have it in a night that I've got Chris here, and I can maybe do one while I'm live, see what you guys think about if we're going off track and stuff, which actually be a fun way to do a live, because obviously true crime is so serious and it can be so upsetting, and sometimes we need that fun time as well. So when I do start going live properly, I don't want it all to be serious, because I know some people, oh, thank you so much, you're so cute. You really don't have to. But I mean, this one's kind of cool, because there's like, I've already had a nosy through, because catch you soon as well. You have an amazing New Year's Eve or Hogmanay, whatever it is you're doing. But this one has got all these different things that you have to go through. And this is one of the gifts. This is one that Chrissy's sister Heather gave me. Got me. And obviously there's like life insurance policies, and anybody that's in the true crime community, we all know that life insurance is a very big motivator for a little murder. But there's one that has like a cocktail recipe as well. So obviously I'll be careful when I'm on live, although if I'm making up a wee cocktail, but I'll maybe like share the recipe or something and do because I'm planning as well to, when I am going live and I am doing lives regularly, because I want to build the momentum up, because I did it before and you know what, it was so much fun. The most scariest part of going live was actually just like hitting that go live button, right? And it can be so daunting, and it can be so like, oh my god, I can't do it. And when I'm having a bit struggly time, obviously me going live just never happened for the longest time. I was going live regularly, and then it was suddenly like radio silence for me. I wasn't posting. I wasn't doing anything at all, which was a shame, because I brought a lot of attention to a petition and stuff. So I do obviously still want to be doing stuff like that, but I want to incorporate some of the fun as well. Sorry, excuse me. So yeah, definitely will be having a little bit of fun with this. But I do think, because for those that have been around from when I had my old account, and when I used to jump in AD's box quite a lot for a little bit, I've got judge's wigs, but I also have a judge's robe. I have one of the judge's cravats. I have a necklace that's got a little, it's got the wee Justice of the Peace symbol on it. I've also got these cool glasses that are on a chain, and it's got these crosses that dangle from it as well. I've got the gavel, I've got the gloves and stuff. So it would be fun to do one of these cases. That's what I'm saying, have a bit of fun time. Do one of these cases, even if we don't get through it the whole time on the live, and we have to come back to it. Maybe I'd come back to it once I was completed, and then the following live will be so we sentence blah 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 who we know is obviously the killer, to whatever, and we can make up our own sentences, and then hopefully I can bring people up in the guest box, and we can be like jury, and just have a bit of fun with it, because sometimes, you know what, life is too short to be serious all the time, okay? And with the amount of crime that does go on, hi Void Heart. For anybody that doesn't know that are popping in, Void is Chris, that's my partner. He has just joined TikTok. He only joined TikTok last night. He has a series of comedy videos that he does. He's zero. and I'm not a zero dweller, and I'm not going to give all the little bits because I always forget it because I'm terrible like that. I'm the worst girlfriend when it comes to remembering things. I'll remember the random things, but I won't remember the proper things. But he has got the full videos obviously on YouTube, but after a lot of convincing, it said, oh, you should post on TikTok because they're really fun videos. And also he sings as well. He did just post oh, happy New Year to you too, Derek. And now, Chris told me about you, so he said that you're a voice actor. Actually, just remind me to give you a wee follow. Or you do voices. He showed me a little bit of some of your videos as well. Anybody that's popping in and obviously engaging, please drop them a wee follow. All support is great support for anybody, and we all know it's nice to get that wee bit of boost sometimes as well. But this other case is kind of cool as well, right? So this one is in a proper little suitcase. You know the old-fashioned suitcases where it, like, zoom this round. I put it far too tight, that's why it was sitting in this for ages. But this, oh, oops. This one that I will do, that would be fun to do, again, either on live, do the fake things, get people up in the guest boxes, have a fake jury going on, you know, I'll sit in my judge's wig and my robes and my glasses on, I'll have the gavel, and if you get too, instead of muting everybody, if you get too rowdy, I'll hit the gavel and go silence in court and all the rest of it, you know, just have a little bit of fun with it, because lives can be fun as well. But this one is called Underwood Cellars. So this one is, it started with a missing person. So this one is 2 cases. Oh, thank you. And I'll make sure to do the same for you as well. I'm all about the sharing other people's stuff as well, because, you know, it's nice to have the support, but it's nice to have the extras little support with the engagement as well. So thank you, and I'll make sure to do yours as well. And thank you for following each other. It's very much appreciated. Thank you, Adele. Adele, how do I make mods again? Because I totally need to remember how to make mods and stuff. But this one, oh no, this one. So this one started off, you have to figure out, I think there's one of them where it's a couple of cases, and there's case 1 and it's a missing person, and it goes to case 2, so that might be the other one actually, I don't know, but I've got a few. So I'm getting a nice wee collection of them, and I've been wanting to do them for a while. And hello for those that are joining. This is just sort of an introduced people to me, because a lot of faces that have never seen me before, so I thought I'd had the opportunity to go live. I thought I'd pop out live as well as in settings. Right, I'll need to have a play around with my settings, because Adele, I might have to put you as a mod. Chris, you will obviously get some mod powers as well, but be nice with it. Thank you for doing the follows. And Chris, please follow back. Happy New Year to you as well, Derek. Thank you for popping in. Thank you for the follow. But yeah, I'm gonna have to, because the last time I only had 2 mods, and one of them was really quite busy as well, so I never expected her to pop in the live quite a lot, and I can't find her. I'm absolutely gutted since making a new account. I've not been able to find her. And obviously Esther, who is in AD's live quite a lot, well, she's going to be obviously a mod because she's amazing. But thank you for popping in, whoever's coming in, and thank you for just being here. It's very much appreciated. Happy New Year for those that are joining. So, New Year's resolutions, you heard mine. I'm going to spend more time with one of my friends that I call a sister, even though, well, a sister by choice. So what's everybody else's? That's going to be that's an easy New Year's resolution to do as well, because it's I feel, you know how it is, life can sometimes get in the way, and when we're not in the best place, you just feel like you don't want to see anybody. As much as I absolutely love her, I felt going out the house was overwhelming, and even just going down to see her was just really overwhelming. So I feel like I've been a bit of a shy friend. But I plan on changing that. This year is going to be, I've just, she's been so supportive of me, so it's my turn to have a little bit of, she's had some health issues that she's just heard about as well. So, yes, no, but it's very easy to doubt yourself. Very, very easy to doubt yourself. I might do it on just once a month type thing, but I used to do mental health talks lives where I would find a case to talk about as well, but would also the main focus of it was all about the mental health aspect of it. Me having my own struggles with mental health, I understand how struggly they can actually be as well. So it used to be 1 day a week, but that became far too much for me to actually do. So I'm thinking about starting going back one Tuesday a month or a Monday, I'm not sure. Monday, Mental Health Monday sounds a bit too cliche. So it used to be Tuesdays mental health talks. Yeah, but Chris, you've seen what I can be like. Do you know, obviously because I've got my own little struggly things. So one of the things that I would like to do is obviously do those little bits and let people pop up, but it's a safe place, and I'll make sure I have the model up and running when it actually happens as well. And you can pop up and you can talk if you want to. You don't have to engage in comment sections. That's more than enough. If there's stuff you want to talk about, I remember somebody was having a really tough time, and I gave them some advice, and they said that it helped. So I'm not a mental health professional by any means, but I've just dealt with enough mental health bullshit so that I can find tools for others. And as they say, broken people help broken people, and sometimes finding stuff for somebody else can help me too. And then I'll obviously discuss a case, which will bring me to this a little bit. And obviously there is going to be one specific, it might be split up into a couple. There'll be a couple of lives done on this person. I very much supported this person when they were in jail. I believe the lie from the defence wasn't until they came out of jail. Some digging, and Adele, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about, and Chris, you know as well. But the fact that she wants to be an influencer, when we actually now realise what the truth that it actually is, it's very damaging that a criminal wants to be an influencer as wanted to be as famous as what she is. So I will obviously at one point be totally doing that, but I do think it'd be just, I've got 6 of the different cold cases. But I did a whole live on Gypsy Rose when I initially supported her, and discussed what defence said had happened. And I hadn't, at that point, I hadn't seen the crime scene pictures. That was a big shock. I never realised it was quite as brutal as what it was, because that seemed to be pretty much under the carpet. But I do want to discuss that, because what I knew then, I do have a bit of egg on my face, because I believe the defence lie. I believe the manipulation from them. So I genuinely I now know that I've got total egg on my face, and I made a mistake listening to the defence. But as you're all aware, I'm very much, I go based on what's given. So what's written as being factual. It's not until the rest of it started coming out with the FOIA requests. I mean, I got a hold of some in March, now last year, and in the summer I had quite a voluminous amount of information on it as well, and Esther kept saying to me, just go live about it, because I wasn't in a comfortable place of going live or never. But I now feel like, yeah, I think I'm a bit more comfortable now going live as well. I can either be live through here, obviously there won't be the Christmas tree in the background all the time, because that's coming down very soon, but I can either be through here at my desk, or I can be in my bedroom, wherever it is that I'm going to be more comfortable about. And like confidence for me is a big, massive factor. And me jumping between 1,000,001 different things and I've got to say is a big, massive factor as well. So I do kind of have to run from a script when I'm live talking about cases, but you'll totally get it. I'm very much I try not to just talk about the one case. I'll try and talk about more than one. It's more comfortable for my ADHD. And yes, I have officially psychiatrist diagnosed ADHD or autism. So obviously if I look a bit awkward, or if I'm not or if I'm jumping about 20 million sentences or 20 million conversations in one go, that is why. It's not anything to do with, but I'll try and make sure that I pay as close attention to the comment section. And if Chris is here, then he can kind of go, you were talking about something else. But I managed to stick to the one topic of conversation on Halloween when I went live. That's on my YouTube, by the way. And I will be downloading my lives and posting them on the full lives on my YouTube as well, which once I'm able to pop the link tree back on this, I'll make sure to pop up that I have my Discord, my YouTube, that I'm also Bananas Arts and Crafts as well on here, and also, so I'll obviously make sure to link them all in on my link tree as soon as I get the chance to actually put a link tree back on here, because I've not seen the place for it to go. So I think it's waiting until I've been a content creator again for longer. Yeah, I had it on the last one, but a lot of people had difficulty getting to my Discord. And yes, there's parts that, I've not got it set up. Yes, there's parts for if you do the subscribing and stuff, then you'd obviously get the special parts, you get special access to other parts. But primarily, it depends on who it is that's coming in on my Discord. Mods get their own, obviously, into there a little bit, and you guys will get, obviously, any mods will get to see everything that's getting done. But oh, thank you for popping in, and thank you, Lee. Happy New Year. So Adele, I'm doing my New Year's resolution is going to spend more time with friends. Your one is try to be less self-doubty and less confident. And I am nervous, so my nose is itching like an absolutely crazy person. So no, as you can clearly see, I've not been doing the old, that stuff. So it's just my nose gets really itchy when I'm nervous. It's either my hands get itchy or my nose gets itchy, and it's a stim. So if you see me scratching my nose, it's not because of that, by the way, I promise. But I'm always curious to other people's New Year's resolutions, and I always try and do when I see a New Year's resolution, and if I know somebody's New Year's resolution, I always try to do the check-in after a wee bit to see how they're getting on. But your one, Adele, that's a good one to do for the thank you. Yeah, I'm not calm. In the slightest. I can feel it because my nose is literally going bananas. And I'm talking like super fast, and I'm changing the conversation a bit really one times, and I'm twitching a lot. But yeah, also because this is unscripted. I know, but there's going to be people that's watching for the For You page as well, so you always get that little bit worried. I mean, I'm on Facebook snark about some New Year's resolutions is really difficult though. I mean, I remember 2020 fucked me because I'd only got moved in here in the December of 2019 after being moved around a lot and stuff, and I was finally in a place where I was just like, I'm going to invite people around and stuff. So then 2020 came and I invited some friends round and, you know, invited folk round for work, and I was enjoying playing little hostess from the mostess, and, you know, like going around having a bit of fun and making sure everybody was okay, and like being Mrs. Looks after everybody and waited till everybody went away before I enjoyed the merriment of the night, because it was a night well done. And afterwards I was very much like, oh, you know, because it was part of my New Year's resolution to have more people coming by. I've just met a requirement. What does that mean? I don't understand what that is. Oh, 30 minutes. Oh, cool. That was a quick 30 minutes. I thought it was a bit less than that. But my New Year's resolution was to be, yeah, that's just told me. My New Year's resolution was to be, to socialise a little bit more, because but then I also had a load of health issues that was going on at the time as well, that I didn't really know the extent of them. No, not fully. And I was like, you know, I'm going to start having more people around. I'm going to start hosting people more. I want to have breakfasts. I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to host brunch or stuff. And that's what I kept doing. And I did very much like, because I'd done a checklist of having a birthday / housewarming party. And then, well, thanks COVID, because that's what it was, and all the lockdowns and stuff like that all went out the window, and all the hard work that I'd done in trying to build up the confidence to be hostess again, to have people coming round and stuff, that all went out the window. And we're almost 6 years later, and I've not had many people round. But usually I break New Year's resolutions the same day. I make them. I remember back when I was a chef, I was just like, I'm going to get a smoking. And I didn't buy any fags. And I was skint that New Year's Day, because I wasn't getting paid until 2 days later. And I had some money. That's when you used to be able to buy cigarettes for a bit cheaper than what you could now. And I'd said, you know, I'm going to start smoking. It's not healthy for me. It's not great. And that night when I finished work, it was 6 o'clock when I finished, I got handy tips, which covered the fags. And I went over to the shop, and I was just like, oh, there goes my New Year's resolution at the window. So that's one thing that I'll never do. I'll never say I'm going to give up something, or I'll never say I'm going to get fit or stuff, because I think in general our brains put so much pressure on ourselves when we're putting these type of New Year's resolutions on, that's when they go out the window. So I always say, got to do a New Year's resolution. It's like it's not, is it a SMART task? Yeah, obviously it's about the measurement of the task, and if you're going to be, and the realisticness of it and stuff. So if you break it down in that way about what it is you want to do, and what the goal of it is, what the aim of it is, and stuff, that's the best way to do a New Year's resolution. I've done a lot of Chris will back me up here. I've done quite a lot of working on myself with peer one-on-one support meetings, and also did a stress and anxiety course last year. I keep saying this year, it's New Year, but last year. So there's been a lot of making plans and stuff like that, and so ultimately it's like a resolution, isn't it, in a way? So it's all about making it bite-sized plans rather than making it too big or making it too grandiose of a task. Yeah, I mean, I stumbled across my stress and anxiety management course by accident, by just a doctor taking over. I hadn't had a proper doctor for a while after my doctor had passed away, in 2024, and I didn't know. It wasn't until I phoned up and it was just like, I'm looking to make a doctor's appointment for a doctor. And they're like, Oh, we're really sorry to say, but doctor passed away very suddenly, had a massive heart attack, and he passed. And I literally went, what? And so I bounced around a little bit with doctors and stuff. And then then the doctor that turned out to be the mental health doctor for the practice, she took over my care, could understand that I was struggling and that was that and stuff. And she wanted to get me in to actually evaluate me face to face, even though it's on my notes that I don't have to go down to see them, that phone calls are enough, because going down to see them can be quite a lot of pressure, especially if it's not a stable doctor. So she took over, and the day that I went in to see her, it was meant to be a 20-minute appointment, turned into an hour and a half. Oops. We were there for talking for ages. I went back in to see her afterwards as well. She gave me because obviously she knew she was dealing with somebody that was diagnosed with neurodivergency as well. So she broke it down. She wrote a list for me of what I was to do. She wrote a list of different things. She gave me the paperwork to take away as well. And she had also said that because I was off, it was when I was off sick for 6 weeks because I wasn't quite right up there. She'd obviously extended my sick line for me as well, so I could take the full 6 weeks. And she just randomly said, just the thing, I've got this stress that she was one of the hosts of doing it, and she'd done a stress and anxiety. She was doing a stress and anxiety management course, and she was like, it's on Wednesday, because that was obviously going to be the following week on the Wednesday, because it's a Friday I saw her. Come along, we'll get you in. It was quite a few weeks. Was it 8 weeks, Chris? Can't remember. Yeah, I think it was 8 weeks, and I missed a couple, unfortunately, but a friend of mine passed away during that time, so my focus was more on that. For a couple of weeks. I never attended all of them. I think it was an 8-week course. I've never attended 2, but I did attend the other 6, which was quite a lot as well, but obviously same time every time. And they went through a lot of, and when she went off, even though she went off sick, the person that was still there, who was the co-host of this, she suffers from ADHD, so she could understand where I was coming from when I was going, there's going to be some times that I might shut down, I might not want to share, it might take a long time for me to get to the point that I'm able to talk and stuff. So they done a lot of work. They would come over, speak to you one-on-one if you didn't want to do it all in the big group, and just ask you what other things that you wanted to focus on. And obviously one of mine was, I need to learn to finish a task. So, and that's what we end up doing. And they had given me the booklets to take away, and I might not be highly focused on completing them all the time, but it encouraged me to buy another book, which I'm an organizer. It's got monthly goals, yearly goals, long-term goals and stuff, and it's ultimately like making a list of resolutions, and I suppose in one way to look at it like that. So just do it as you're starting. For the confidence wise, I would say to do it as started off small. Like me, I'm going to jump down for it in a little bit because it was just going to be a quick one. But just do it in a way. But I will do a proper one on this. So I'll literally go through the whole thing if it needed. I'm quite happy to talk about this for like an hour or so. If you actually want to do that, I'll do it. When I do the. Yeah, it is really hard, but just set yourself small goals. That's the best way to do it. And then once you set yourself those small goals, it's like what Mama Mia or Marissa says. She had always said, the hardest thing is obviously hitting that button to go live. Chris, I think you could, because you would be able to script it beforehand. I know you're very much stick to your script and stuff, but I think you would be able to script it beforehand, or just have notes written down where you could go back and forth to it. You just wear a mask. But thank you. You're being too kind. But no, just do it. But if it's panic attacks that's starting again, You ever heard of the Finch app? It's spelled Finch. I call it a Traumagotchi. You don't actually eat it, of course, but you send it on. Yeah. So it's called Finch. It's a wee birds. You don't have to pay for it. You don't have to pay anything for it at all. There is this option to go to the pay for the pro or just do it on the free. I just work for the free part. And I've been using that now for just over a year. And it's actually handy because you can set up alerts on it as well. And you can set up goals, and it asks you to, if you want to set your own ones up, and it gives you a few helpful goals as well. And it suggests like things that you want to work on. So a lot of mine is basically like stress, sleep, nutrition, motivation. That's been mine for the last year. Because ultimately they're the ones that I had to really quite focus on. But doing the Finch app has actually been quite helpful as well. It's just this wee birdie, it's so cute. Mine is called Maybell. I named it Maybell because I thought Maybell was cute. But I call it a Traumagotchi because it is, and you get wee reminders on your phone. You can turn them off, obviously. You can have all those random colours every month. There's something new. There's new quests and stuff. It encourages you to check in daily as well. It encourages you to do little things, and you can buddy up as well with like friends. And obviously that's like your body doubling, but from a distance. And them doing things actually sometimes really does encourage me to do whatever it is that I do. Do I lie sometimes on it when I'm really not done anything at all just because I want to complete the goals for the day? Yes. Do the developers of the Finch app expect that? Yes. But it could be simple things like literally remembering to have a glass of water, or remembering to take your meds at a certain time, or getting up and just getting up, just getting out of bed, or just even stepping outside, just stepping outside the front door and not going any further. But that's what kind of things that it is, because it's all about the small goals, which can then turn into some. And then once you've completed that for a little bit, then that goal will then turn into something bigger, and it's actually quite fun. So yeah, I definitely do think I'm going to have to be doing that as well. But I do recommend it. I might actually have to, when I start doing the monthly mental health one live, I think I'll go through. When I say I have a list of things that I go through in general, I have a folder, a wee Ziploc folder thing that I take to work with me, and it's got colouring in stuff, it's got word searches, it's got fidget toys, it's got wee pebbles that I feel a bit rough because it's all about texture. I've got things like different herbal teas in there, things that I've got essential oils that I can sit and smell. I'm not allowed to light the candle. I did kind of hope that I would get to sit and light the candle in the office, but they said no. That was disappointing. They suggested to get one of a flame lit, well, a fake candle that looks like it's got the flickering thing, but I don't think it's the same because you're not going to see the wee smoke entrail. But I'll go through all of that stuff. Like I've got Fred's The Weighted Sloth, and some people think, oh, but I'm going to be 41 in just over a week. That's depressing. And I've got a weighted sloth. It's meant to be for kids or kids and teenagers, and I was just like, I want that. I want a teddy that's weighted and it feels like it's giving you a hug, and it sits in my bed. And if I need the comfort of it, and sometimes I'll bring it through to sit in the living room, or sometimes I'll sit and I'll be working, and I feel like happy to talk about it as well, because to be fair, taking care of yourself is ultimately the number one most important thing. I mean, I know you've got your own things going on in general, But like, I've even got weighted blankets. There's some people that says that adults shouldn't have the wee, because mine is a single weighted blanket, and it's great. It stops me being really fidgety. It's actually really warm as well. I can use it as a cover. But that calms me down. It calms me down when I'm sleeping. My mind will still race, but sometimes it's enough weight or pressure just to help me like fall asleep. Oh, I've got all sorts of stuff that everybody's like, oh, you shouldn't have that. You're an adult. And I'm like, nah, if it makes me happy, then to hell with everybody else. So, no, definitely I do think that that's going to be a good one to do. And if it needs to be more than once a month, then I'll let you guys tell me if you think you need me to do it more. But I need to be careful in doing it, because when I was doing it regularly, and I was going, I will say this: the weighted blankets are great. I've got a light. I don't have the heaviest one, because you can get much heavier ones than I've got. I've got a medium weight. I think 45 pounds or something. So it's still got a bit of weight to it. I mean, when they delivered it, it weighed quite the weight. I mean, I have to shake it out and stuff. It is quite heavy when it comes to that, but it's great. And my weighted sloth, Fred's awesome. Fred the sloth is amazing. It's nice to just sit and hold and cuddle, and because it's got weights in the hands and the leg bit, when I put it here and the yeah, you can get different weights of the blankets as well, because it's not just a one thing. Different sizes, different weights. But my weight, yeah, I didn't know that either. It was actually one of my friends that I worked with had actually said, because I talked about the fact that I just got the weighted sloth, and I thought it was fun, but obviously it's not the easiest to have it. And although it's in my bed, it's not always the easiest to have if I fall asleep, because it's not constantly on me. If I roll over, that's going to go anywhere else other than on me. And she had suggested, what about a weighted blanket? And I thought about it, and I looked into it and found out that, well, I am. Oh wait. Oh, I thought you were the same age as us as well. To be fair, we're not that far off in age. And I think I think once you hit your 40s, you pretty much act like, I don't know, what's acting your age? Who said we have to act like a certain way? And like, there's a lot of times that I'll look in my bedroom, and I think kids would love some of the stuff that I've got. I buy little. 71. 1985 for me. January. I was meant to be 1984, but I was late to be born. I was meant to be born on Christmas Day. Turned up 2.5 weeks late. But see, then Lee and Adele, yous are both Gen X. Because Adele, you just missed the cut off. You're junior Gen X. Chris, if I'm wrong, you'll correct me, right? Because millennials were 1982, 83 is when they begin, which is weird. Something like that. Yeah, you two are definitely Gen X's. Okay, because 91 or 2. And it was me thinking 82 or 83. It was close enough. Works. But, right, I've been on for how long now? Okay. Okay, so I've met 2 requirements already. So I'd like to thank yous for coming in. Thank you so much for the gifts and obviously the follows and all the taps and all the likes. Yous, that's quite a lot of likes actually, considering I've not been live for long as well. So very much appreciated. I will be live tomorrow. I need to go to sleep because I'm working in the morning. I'll probably go live about either 7 or 8. And I might talk about Alexis Avila, unless something else comes up and somebody else wants me to talk about something else. But I'll definitely pop live tomorrow, definitely talk about a case, and we'll wind it down with just general chit-chat. But if you are around tomorrow, if you're not with family, because I know a lot of people have their things on for New Year's Day, I would love to see you pop in. I won't be live for a stupendous amount of time because I'm just getting used to going live again. But thank you all for being here. It's very much appreciated. Thank you for following each other back as well. It's very kind of you. And I will see you all on the streets of TikTok. Good night, everybody. And again, a very, very happy New Year.